Hi everybody, happy July. Can you believe that we're halfway through the year? It's crazy. Let's see what happened last month in the Reno Sparks area. We did it again. We went up big time this past month. From May to June, $28,000 for a median sales price. That's pretty crazy. Sales price by month, you can see back in May of 2020, we were probably about 390 as a median sales price, maybe 395. This past year, since March, we have been on a steady increase. Average days to contract, this was quite interesting. We doubled it. MLS, the multiple listing services, adopted a new way of doing stuff, and so we think that maybe this might be a part of it. I'm going to do some research this month and try to get a good answer. If we do find an answer still before we post this on YouTube, then we'll pass that along to you as well. If not, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll see next month's, and I'll give you an answer as far as the double of days to contract. This is pretty cool. For June, we were neck and neck. Homes sold, homes that came on the market, one house, one transaction, difference. 634 homes came on the market, 633 sold, leaving a balance of 312 homes in all of the Reno Sparks area up for sale. Inventory by months, we only have 2 weeks. If nothing else came on, we'd have 2 weeks, and that would be with some big money. 40% of the inventory is above 750, as you can see from this graph. So 750 to over 1.5 million. We have that many homes, about 130 homes, which is about 40% of our inventory. You can pick your price range and you'll see about how many homes are available. This doesn't really show a true story, because what happens, I'll put a house on the market, and by 3 days, 4 days later, it'll be under contract. So that doesn't even count with the number of active inventory. New contracts by month, since March, we have been pretty darn close to that 600 mark. January and February of this year, it was cold, but it wasn't that bad of this year. But we jumped in March and we haven't looked back. You can see though that we are a lot less than what we were doing last year in 2020, even with the pandemic. So not as many contracts. Whenever you see a slide like this, that means I've gone and switched over to across the nation. You can see that it's steadily increasing as far as the number of months of inventory across the United States. I was reading an article in Realtor.com, and they're thinking that the average date on the market is about 14 days before they get an accepted offer. So that's across the United States. We're right about that here as well. Reno is our own little nest egg, and ours is a lot different, of course. We're going to get into each city. You can see this is the Reno, just Reno proper. Home prices remained the same this past month in comparison to May. The active inventory went down 10%. Sparks, we went up 6% over there in Sparks, and active inventory stayed the same with 67 homes on the market, but this days to contract at 45. That's part of my wondering what's going on. So again, we'll get you some answers and figure that out and let you know. This is going out to Fernley. Their prices have just rose just a little bit. Look at their active inventory. It's gone down over 25% to 31 homes in the Fernley area. We'll drive over to Carson City, our capital. Prices went down just almost 3%, and active inventory almost 10% down with only 38 homes on the market. Drive down to Minden-Gardnerville. Median sales price rose just a little bit, but the active inventory also went down almost 2% to 54 homes. What might seem like a good deal are condo townhomes, but like I've always mentioned, look at that HOA fee. You have to include that as part of your house payment. Inventory has gone down 3% to 89 homes, and prices dropped below the 300s again. Right there in May, we were in 300 plus. Now we're back down to 276. We're talking about maybe across the United States, Realtor.com, the place that I get a lot of these slides, they have a lot of people looking at what's going on in the market. And we're kind of seeing, even in Reno, in Keller Williams' office, I've talked to a lot of agents. We have over 200 agents in our brokerage. And we're all talking that maybe we're seeing a little bit of softening. Maybe it's taking a little bit longer to get a house under contract. And buyers are a little bit more getting tired of getting beat up. So it's down a little bit. The demand has dropped down just 2% on a scale of 100, but it's the first drop that we've seen since November of last year. When asked, these buyers, is now still a good time to buy? Back in June of 2020, everybody was excited because they hadn't been able to even go shopping a lot of places, or didn't feel comfortable to go shopping for a home. So it's steadily gone down. Now only 35% of people that are asked, is now a good time to buy, are saying, yes, I still think it is. It's something that we're going to continue to watch, and we have to be proactive. I have meetings with my clients before we even start looking, and I show them this information and tell them that, yes, it's going to be tough. There's only 312 homes on the market, so that's a lot of people looking at one home. Monthly showing time. Showing time is where I call in to get permission to go into a home and show it to my buyers. This has gone down just a little bit again. So all these little nuances and little graphs that we can look at are kind of giving us an idea that maybe that people are having buyer fatigue. Sometimes I think there's agent fatigue. We have record price appreciation. I mean, 30% from last year to this year, a little over in the Reno Sparks area. Appreciation. Extremely low inventory, 312 homes in all of Reno Sparks, in all the price range. We looked at that. Record high percentage of sales price over list. Today we looked that up, and over list price is about 103.7%. Almost 104% is above asking price. So there are buyers out there that are waiving appraisals or opening their checkbook, opening up their savings account, their 401, drawing from that to make the difference so they can be able to buy a home. Record low days on market, and then mortgage rates. Prices may be going up, but with the interest rates as low as they are, you're able to still get a nice home when you have an interest rate of maybe 3.25, 3.5%. Good news is that the appreciation is still, by the forecast, we're still anticipating great appreciation. The rest of this year, across the nation, a little over 8.5%. 2022, the rest, it slows down a little bit. If you watch some of my other videos, I always say appreciation between 3 and 6% is great appreciation. The skyrocket that we've been on, this ride that we've been on, it's great for sellers, and it's really good for the buyers. And you will continue to see appreciation even when you buy at this higher appreciated amount. If you have questions, let's get together in a meeting and we can discuss all that stuff, okay? Interest rates we talked about as well. They're still projecting them to be 3.5% by by 2022 second quarter. Still nothing. I mean, interest rates, we can't go much lower. We've seen what that does, but if we can stay in the 3%, awesome. I hope this was really informative for you, and if I got you thinking about looking at what your property might be worth and how we can make some money for you and be able to move you into another property, please give me a call. Let's go and figure this stuff out. You may be thinking that it's time for you to move on from the Reno Sparks area. It's hard to say, but let's see what the other places are looking at that you might be looking at and see how we can make that happen. Have a great July, and I will see you next month. Thank you.